Hey, this is Damond Nollan, and coming to you directly from the dentist's office. In this video, I'd like to briefly talk to you about the implant process. Um, for many of those who have been following me on the blog or on Twitter or Facebook, you know that today was the day that I went in to get my final step of my implant. Um, a few months back, they had to extract my tooth, and they asked me the question. They said, "Hey, D, do you want to get an implant, or do you want to go ahead and just take out the tooth and move on?" I decided for the more expensive route, sort of afraid that my teeth were going to shift and all these bad things were going to happen. And I said, "Sure, let's go ahead and do it." I had a friend who was already in the process, and she told me that it wasn't as bad as it was. So I said, "Sure, let's do it." So basically, to keep it kind of short, what they did is they took me in, they took out my old tooth, and then immediately following the extraction of that tooth, they took a little metal piece, which it's made out of titanium, and they put it into my gums, right into the bone, and from there they let it heal, and that took a few months to sort of let the bone graft around the titanium stem that they put into my jaw. And once that was healed, we got called back. They checked it, make sure everything was good. And once they determined that it was healed enough, we went ahead and proceeded to move on to finish the process. So the last time I came in was probably about a month or so ago. Um, they tightened the stem in my mouth, and then they put in a metal piece that I'll show you in a moment in my mouth, and then they cover it with a plastic like cover of some kind. And they said, "Come on back in 4 weeks, and then we'll give you your tooth." And also at that time, they took a mold of my mouth, and they said when I come back today, I'll have a completed tooth. They'll fit it in, and then I'll be on my way. So today, what I wanted to show you is the mold. This is the mold that they took about 4 weeks ago, and essentially this is my mouth. You can see a few chips in the mold there, and that's actually not true in my mouth, but you can see how that works. It's pretty cool. They said I could take it home. They were just gonna throw it away. Here you can see this is the actual tooth, or the area of my mouth where they had to put the implant. And actually there is that is actually a stem that comes out. This is what they put in about 4 weeks ago, and then they covered that with a little plastic piece. So I can actually open this up, and you can see a little more clearly here. And again, I'm doing this from a BlackBerry phone, so I don't know how clear this really is, but you should be able to see that it's metal, and you can see where my jaw actually looks like. Okay, so what they did is they took that metal piece, and there's actually something this screws into that's in my jaw right now, and this piece here is really where the cap of my tooth. What they've done is use this as a guide to how for how to create my tooth, and it just slips right on top of that metal piece. It just slips on. They put a little cement glue or something along those lines, and bada bing, bada boom, it sticks. And so, anywho, that's the mold I'm taking home. I'm gonna scare some kids with it, I'm sure. It's kind of cool to me, actually. It's pretty happy that I got it. I guess for as much money as I've spent, this is probably, well worth it. So, anyway, just wanted to let you see that, and wanted to encourage you that if you're interested in, in doing an implant, maybe you're already in the process. So far, I've already received a lot of emails from people who said, "Hey, I'm looking to do it. I've sort of started the process, or I've already done it." So if you have any questions about, what I was experiencing, the pain, I really didn't have a lot. The worst piece of it all was probably the X-rays, because they put this metal gadget in your mouth, and it kind of cuts into your gum. Outside of that, no real pain. But if you find that you have any questions, or if you just want to talk about your experiences, feel free to come on by my blog at DamondNollan.com and let me know your thoughts, your experiences, your questions, your hesitations, and I'll see what I can do to give you a first-hand experience of what it was like. So I'd encourage you, if you're interested, go out, talk to your dentist. It's a really easy process, and according to my dentist, he said a lot of dentists make it harder than it really is. So for me, that's really it. I hope that you've learned something, and again, if you have any questions, come see me online at DamondNollan.com. All right, until next time.